Hey there everyone, so I recorded a video for the Renewing Mist skill rune, and I stupidly didn't realise that I wasn't recording audio, so for 8 minutes I was talking and none of it was being registered. So I have the video here, and I'm going to try and talk over it and say what I said before. First up, I'm sorry about my voice. I've got braces in right now, so I'm sorry if I'm not the clearest. But anyway, let's get on with this. First up, I'm actually going to look at the skin. This is a skin for having Nocturno level 111 or more, which means it's almost impossible to get for most people. But it is one of my favorite looking skins. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, if you can get it, not that skins really mean a lot, but yeah, it's cool for that reason. So we're looking at the Renewing Mist skill rune for Smokescreen. What's interesting about these new skill runes is actually with Stonestorm, almost all the damage comes in that extra 15,000 nature bonus. And strangely, that all comes in the artifact quality. I think it's at like 6,000 when you get it at artifact level 1, and then it gets to 15,000 at artifact level 5. That's not the case for Renewing Mist, however. It's more linear fashion, and you'll see here at legendary level 1, it's got about half the stats of max. So yeah. That's great for archers who aren't too fussed about a great healing skill. It might be good to get it to legendary level 1, just to make it quite decent. But yeah, I'll get onto that later. So yeah, I'm just maxing the skill rune up, and then I'm going to be showing exactly how long it lasts, because what's strange about the skill, it lasts 10 seconds, but visually it lasts for 15. My cooldown is 26 seconds, and you'll see it doesn't disappear until about 11. But actually it's only lasting 10 seconds. And the heals, there are supposedly 5 heals. Val said this. They don't come in the first 5 seconds. You'll see when I use it, I'll count them. So when I use it, alright, we'll click it in a second, I think. Okay, so there's a heal at 1, 2, 3, there's a pause, 5, there's a pause, 7, there's a pause, 9, the pause. Is there another one? No. Okay, 9. So you can see there 5 heals, but they come a little bit spaced out. Actually, no, sorry, that's 6. Forget, ignore me. 6 heals. So I'll be using it one more time just so you can see. It's at 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. There's a pause, 5 seconds, pause, 7 seconds, and then at 9 seconds. So that means you can't just sort of sit in it for 5 seconds and then run out. It's spaced out. But yeah, really what this skill rune does is it allows you to heal between fights, and also if you it really allows you to get the edge in a 1v1 situation where normally you'd lose, because in PvP it also gives that 25% damage reduction. But yeah, anyway, I'm in gold tournament just because that's what my stats are for. And you'll see I fail a bit. I'm trying to take down this Spirit Lord first of all, because he does special attacks, and as you know, they don't get stopped by the Renewing Mist. And I don't want to use any skills because I don't want to kill the other enemies. So yeah, just let me take down that. And for some reason, it used the skill when I respawned. Don't know why. Maybe something buggy about it. Do other people with Smokescreen notice this? Never seen this before. But yeah, annoyingly it means I can't do anything, I'm just going to die. But yeah. Anyway, we cut here and we come back. Actually, no, sorry, we don't cut. I used Smokescreen too early now. Before I've been healed, so that you can't actually, they're not healing me, they're not even hitting me for a start. But yeah, we're cut now. Now we're going to show it properly. I'll get damaged a bit and then use it, and you'll see the heal. The heal is really quite large. The health here, because I'm not in full mythic gear, is a bit lower. But yeah, we'll just watch it bumping up there. It's a huge amount. It's healing by about 10,000 each time, I think. But yeah, obviously we worked out it's about 10% of your health if you're in sort of maxed gear. And because of the 8%, that means it's not really going to lower as time progresses. So I think, yeah, I managed to get another heal out here. So use Renewing Mist again, just to watch that heal go up. And obviously in PvE it means you dodge a lot of stuff, which can be helpful. The range of it is fairly small, but be honest, you can probably wiggle around and stay in it. Like I said, for PvP, it's more useful if you're in a 1v1 situation and you just need to gain that edge over your opponent. I use it to quite good effect here, I think. Put out Renewing Mist as they come out. And yeah, it just keeps the health topped up while you're doing other things. Now, earlier on I mentioned how the heals are actually about half the amount when it's at legendary level 1. Now, a lot of people, they don't feel this skill rune is that good. Personally, I think it's very powerful for what I would expect for an archer, because archers are meant to be glass cannons. They're meant to be all damage and no defense or healing. But I think it's good that they put this in, which will give pretty much a 60% heal if you stand in it for all the heals. So that's great, because really I think archers needed some way to heal up between their fights. Because if you got knocked down to like 10% of your health, then there's like almost no way to heal up before you go into another fight. You can use Harlequin, or there are other annoying ways, but really you want it on a skill. And Renewing Mist gives you that. It gives you some way to heal up between fights if you want to use it for that. So you can just sort of switch in the skill, use it, switch it out, and then that will heal you up. Or you can use it in combat to sort of gain an edge in a 1v1. It's not going to make you tank. That's not what the skill does. It's not going to make you beat any knight if he comes and jumps down on you. But if you're against another archer or another wizard and you just need a bit more health, a bit more defense when you're fighting, that 25% damage reduction really does help out a lot. And the fact that you over time would have healed by 60% if you have it maxed is really good. And so legendary level 1 may be a good stopping point for some people, or epic level 5, whichever way you look at it, because that will then heal you by about 30% of your health over the 10 seconds. So that's a sort of cheap way to get a good way to heal like between fights a bit. Up to you, but personally I think it's a really good rune. Here I'm just talking about the brilliant options on archers, like what I would use in PvP. So there's obviously Sniper and Scorching Arrow. Those are good ones to have just for your basic attack. And then I'll just pause it here actually. Empowered Rapid Fire is like your one-shot, really powerful skill. And then you've got Rain of Arrows for your sort of ultimate stun over walls, long distance, all that kind of stuff. And here I'm just talking about what you'd use for your 5th skill. So I'm not sure entirely, because I haven't played archery in PvP at all. I don't know what you do use. But Concussive Arrow here, that's another stun skill that you could have. But yeah, like the other options, they're fairly mediocre, and like you've already got these 2 buffs to your basic attacks that make them really useful, really powerful. And you've got your really hard-hitting skill with Empowered Rapid Fire. You've got your stun with Rain of Arrows. So like your 5th skill, you don't necessarily need another damaging skill. So having something like Renewing Mist, which is always kind of there as your just to give you a bit of an edge in a fight against someone, I would say is quite a good use for a 5th skill. So yeah, it's all up to you. I'm just saying this skill rune is a pretty damn awesome one. Not the best out there, but it is good. I hope that they'll make it a little bit more available in the future. They've obviously just decided it's going to be insanely hard to get on release for whatever reason. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another one soon.